All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to our College Basketball Weekly, powered by the Full Court Network. Luke Taylor here, back in the saddle again for another week of college basketball. Our time is wandering down to the NCAA tournament. I am so excited. I love this past weekend, Sammy D. I love this past weekend. Anybody that says conference tournaments are terrible should not be allowed to ever watch college basketball again. It just gets me. It's like this last weekend was Thanksgiving, this weekend, next week, and then Christmas is 3 weeks in March and part of April.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it's dreams are made.
Yes.
At conference tournament,
Yes.
you're seeing 4, 5, 6 seeds winning conference tournaments, who are kind of counted out by everybody.
Yep.
And now they continue to dance.
Yes. And there's some people dancing. I'm very excited about that. We have one who we're going to try to get on the show again, Rod the Bod Strickland. LIU has won the NEC conference tournament. Well, they won their semifinal game, but they automatically win because Mercyhurst, unfortunately, is playing them in the finals, and they are in their last year, I believe, of transitioning to Division I. They won their semifinal against Stony Hill, so big up to the Lakers. I was just on campus at Mercyhurst last week with my daughter. So
love it.
But LIU, man, we're going to talk a little bit coaching carousel and some coaching stuff. Keep your eye on Rod Strickland.
Ooh, you think he's going to have some movement here in the offseason?
I'm not saying that, but
that's what I hear. That's what I hear you saying.
Okay, well, you obviously don't know me too well. So,
would you call him if you're a high major program?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you can win at LIU, and it's no disrespect to LIU, you can win at a lot of places. The pedigree, I mean, they retired his jersey at DePaul, and you should have seen all the shout-outs he got, like Derrick Rose. I mean, the guy's point guard royalty. That's all I'm going to say.
Guy's a legend.
So, Tennessee State, first year, Nolan Smith, and someone might be joining us this Thursday on the Full Court Press college basketball show. But Nolan Smith was the last person hired this past season, and the guy's dancing in year one at Tennessee State. Woo!
How about that? Talk about a guy with credentials, man. He will definitely be a hot name. I think for some high major positions, possibly some power conference.
Yep.
Job that may open up that may not be appealing to some other people.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be too far down that list for a solid candidate for some of those positions.
Yep. Northern Iowa is back in the tournament for the first time since 2016. Ben Jacobson, they call him Coach Jake, won the Missouri's Valley for the 5th time under the coach, and they are going dancing. They beat one of my alma maters, UIC. Coach Eshan, big up to Coach Eshan for what he did.
How about that tournament for the Flames?
I mean, did you see all the upsets in like the first round? Murray State loses. UIC wins. Sorry, not Murray. Yeah, Murray State. Belmont loses. I mean, it was crazy. Illinois State, Bradley. I mean, and then you have UIC, and no one Northern Iowa was always sneaking. I even said that as a 6th seed. I mean, they're just.
You mentioned them as a team to look out for on our show last week.
Yep.
But no one expected UIC to make it to the championship game, and I mean that's got to be exciting for them in the future of their program too.
Yep. And North Dakota State is back in the tournament after last qualifying for the canceled COVID tournament in 2020. It's the 6th appearance in school history and 4th under Dave Richmond. And I'd love to talk about Bison's basketball. You're a huge dude. Turn your lights on, man. I want to see your beautiful face. You look really dark. Your eyes. Yeah, there you go. But North Dakota State, man, they beat a rival to win the Summit League. So big out to the Bisons. Queens in North Carolina. Love it for my guy.
Yes.
Love it for my guy Grant Leonard. Tournament bound for the first time in school history. What Grant Leonard has done for the Queens Royals has been remarkable. They're only 4 years removed from their inaugural Division I season. So, I mean, huge for Queens to win the A-Sun. I mean, I watched it. That was fun.
Yeah.
Fun. And then you got High Point. And I'm not wearing a High Point t-shirt. I wore it yesterday.
Nice.
Flynn Clayman, just and his staff and team. First 30-win season in Big South history.
Winners.
Oh my God, the program is 59-10 in the last 2 seasons. But you know what's even crazier is how they played against Winthrop. I mean, it was a defeat.
Yeah. No, I mean, they got, I was shocked. I was expecting it to be a close game, come down to the last possession or two. As you know, I wrongfully picked Winthrop.
Yeah, loser.
Yeah, I'm a loser. But
love you, though.
I mean, High Point outplayed them, outcoached them. Like, they deserve to dance, and look out for them in the first round.
But you know what's remarkable? I'm going to give it up to Mrs. Clayman, too. I don't know of anybody, okay, husband and wife both going to the NCAA tournament with their respective teams. She's an assistant for the women's Lady Panthers. Yes. They won 71-67 against Radford, 27-5. Unfortunately, your husband did a little bit better. He won 30 games and only lost 4. But I asked Flynn, I texted him this morning. I said, I'm more concerned who's doing childcare for your child, because your wife's going to be one place. I mean, that's name me another couple that are playing in the NCAA tournament in either men's or women's sports. I mean, that's remarkable to me. And High Point, you know, I'm a High Point homer now. You give LT a t-shirt and he's your biggest fan.
Yeah, hey, it's biased journalism at its best, but it's all good. You know, you get some food.
Well, he gave me snacks.
You got good food there. Hey. Let me ask you a question. I mean, you mentioned you threw some stats out about High Point the last couple of years. Yeah. Do you think that they are going to be a targeted athletic program to move into another conference? With
100%.
With a lot of conference realignment happening, and
100%.
I mean, do you see that happening in the next few years?
100%. I mean, why wouldn't you target them?
Yeah, I mean, you were on campus. I mean, do they have?
I'm still there. I don't know what you're talking about. I just thought that
they've got. I mean, you think they have the resources to move up to bigger, better conferences?
100%. Facilities, resources, an athletic director gets it, and not to knock any other president, but a president that gets it too, and a community that gets it also. I mean, it's the real deal. But I got to give two other shouts out about the weekend. Now, they didn't win conference, not yet. Miami, Ohio. I mean, I don't know if you watched the Miami, Ohio OU game. I did. Yep. And Miami, Ohio is still undefeated, and that game was awesome. Awesome. I loved it all the way through. Overtime win over. It was packed. It was awesome. And then Duquesne came back from 30 points down to win a buzzer beater to beat Richmond, the largest comeback by anybody since 2000. I think it's 2018. I mean, big up Coach Joyce.
Love it.
And the Duke.
That's what makes this time of year special.
Yes.
You know, because you have a team like Duquesne who's had a lot of ups and downs this year.
Yep.
And, you know, you move into potential postseason play, almost as important, if not more important for the future of these programs. You move into transfer portal season, right? Recruiting season. You want to finish on a good note.
Yes.
You know, you want to get your boosters, your alumni happy. You want to give them something to cheer for during the off season. Get that support to either retain the players you want to retain or go out in the portal and recruit. You know, and I love that for Duquesne and Coach Joyce.
Yep. What's one Power 5 conference tournament you're looking forward to, and then also one mid-major, high major tournament you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I think Power Conference, I'm going to Big 12. You know, I mean, it's just been a conference tournament I've followed closely throughout my entire life, you know, from the Big 8 to the Big 12. And I think this year, it is, I mean, location bias, sure.
I know, sure.
But they're just stacked this year. Like the Big 12. I mean, once you get into the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament, any one of those teams could make the Elite 8. And go for a run to the Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that. You know, they're that good. And each team has, I mean, the top tiered teams of the Big 12, you'd want to talk about identity. They figured out their identity. They are all clicking. They're all playing at the highest level right now. The coaching is top tier. The players are elite. The way they're playing the game, the way it should be played. And I am jacked up about the Big 12 because I think you're going to see a bloodbath over those 3 or 4 days.
Is there any team that might surprise you?
I mean, what do you consider a surprise?
I mean, like Kansas maybe winning it all. That might be a surprise. West Virginia, Oklahoma State going on a run.
Well, I think there's teams that can upset some of those top tier teams. Like West Virginia would be one, right? Do I see West Virginia winning 3 games in a row, against top 15 teams? No, I can't see them being that consistently good over those 3 or 4 days. But I can definitely see them knocking off, a 2 or 3 seed in that tournament. And I mean, I think that's where you get into the middle of the pack of the Big 12 and towards the end where it's like, you got teams in there that can be sneaky good 1 or 2 times. Right. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas won, to answer your question. I mean, it's really those top 5-6 teams in the Big 12. It's really who's playing the best today. Yeah. Right. And that's the beauty of college basketball. It's you only have to be better than the team you're playing against on that given day.
Yep. I mean, that's so okay. So I would agree with you on the Big 12. I'm really excited about that. I'm also kind of excited to see the SEC, just because I think there's going to be some interesting crap going on between. Can Florida just walk through it? I mean, Florida is playing so good right now. Or can Auburn get hot and get an automatic bid, which they deserve to? Some people are saying, Stephen Pearl says that they should be up for an automatic bid, but no one says what bid to wear. I said an automatic bid to the NIT. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the thing that I hope, I'm also looking forward to SEC, but I hope what doesn't get taken away from the SEC is the coaching positions that may open up throughout the week.
Throughout the week, throughout the minute.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, I think once you see a couple of these teams lose, there's going to be some coaching. There's going to be some openings pretty quickly in the SEC, 2 or 3. I mean, Florida is just so hot right now. They are fun to watch, just like they were this time last year. I don't know if there's a hotter team than the Florida Gators right now.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a huge question mark around them the first third part of the season. Yep. So now, I mean, they're a 1 seed in my mind. They should be, the way they've played the last 15 games. I'm also excited about the SEC mid-major. I mean, I'm going Big Sky tournament. I think that's
boy.
I know. Happening in Boise, Starch Madness.
Here we go.
I think you have really good teams there. PSU, Portland State's playing incredible the past month. Montana State, Eastern Washington. Montana is a 4 seed. I mean, who would have thought Coach Smiley in Northern Colorado would have been a 5 seed right now? Because they're so well coached, really balanced on the court, could beat anybody on any given day. Moving into the conference tournament with a 2-game win streak, I'm going with the 5th seed Northern Colorado.
You hear that, Coach Smiley?
Yeah.
You hear that, Colin Goss? You hear that? We're picking you, baby.
Let's go.
I like that. Now, if we ever go to Starch Madness, okay?
You're going to eat a lot of potatoes that week.
No. You just let me finish my question. How do you think the French fries are?
Ooh. We got to go.
Yeah, we got to go. You just stop. Okay. I agree with the Big Sky, but the one I'm looking forward to and the one I'm going to be watching and the one in the flesh and at home too, if I can't go, is the MAC conference. And the only reason being is Miami, Ohio.
Yeah. And I mean, it's you. Unfortunately, there's just kind of a shadow on what Akron's doing this year too, because of what Miami's doing.
I know. And Kent State too, to a certain extent. Also,
you got Akron, which is 26-5. They're 17-1 in conference. On a 7-game win streak. You got Kent State, 14-4 in conference. They've also won 23 games overall this year. And then don't throw out Toledo either.
I know.
You know, I mean, watch this be the year, right?
For Coach Todd, I know.
Crazy,
but or UMass. I mean, UMass is very talented. Not the year that Coach Frank wanted, obviously, and no Minutemen fan or booster would like, but. That game's going to be interesting. I'm going to that game 11 a.m. up in Cleveland. I will be at that game, and that's going to be interesting because UMass, I've seen UMass play a couple times, once in the flesh. They got some talent, man. If they can just put it all together, they could go on a little run and they could be magical. But yeah, I love Starch Madness. I love the MAC tournament. I mean, obviously there's all these others. I mean, the A10 is going to be interesting in Pittsburgh. I thought about going to that, but I need to save myself for Buffalo. So, you talked about some potential coach openings in the SEC. There is currently 21 open jobs in NCAA Division I, and we're still not through the conference tournaments.
It's wild, huh?
I mean, there were 62 openings last year, 14 Power 5, Power 4 coaching changes, and you throw in the Bruce Pearl retirement after season, that's 15. Do you see there being, we're already over a third to the coaches' openings last year. Do you see more or less? And do you see more or less Power 4, Power 5 jobs open than last year? We'll say 14 to 15 last year. What do you say this year for both of those?
I think there'll be, right now I'm going to go more overall coaching positions, less power conference positions.
Because the dominoes are going to fall, right?
I think the dominoes are going to fall, but I think the power conference positions that open up, I don't think any of them are going to be like blue blood programs this year.
Top tier. Yep.
Potentially next year, right? With retirements and health issues and things like that. But I don't think there's any top tier openings this year. So I think you're going to get, like, K-State's a great job, right? Great fan base, great resources there to win. I think they're going to get a really good coach, but I don't think they're going to take one from a power conference to them, right? I think it'll be a nice high major coach or maybe associate head coach somewhere. But I don't think there's going to be that domino effect of like blue buds and elite programs. And I think that's where, like, obviously, there was rumors, it was this Bill Selfs last year, if that happens and Kansas goes outside the current Kansas coaching staff, they're going to attract an elite coach somewhere. They're not going to settle for anyone else, right? They'll figure it out with another elite coach that's out there, and then that would potentially push some dominoes there. But I think you're going to see so much mid-major movement.
Well, I mean, you already saw the MAC. They've got 4 openings. Well, Northern Illinois is going bye-bye to the Horizon League, but you have Ball State, Eastern Michigan, and Western Michigan, and Northern Illinois, who's going to the Horizon League next year, Mountain West for football. They didn't make the conference tournament, which is another story. I think every team should make the conference tournament, but 4 out of their 13 teams, 12, 13, fired coaches. And who's to say someone else might not go? Maybe they might be fired. But like ACC, Boston College, Georgia Tech have both parted ways with their coaches before the conference tournament. We're going to keep our eye on the SEC. We think there's potentially 3 openings there, 2 to 3 openings there. The same with the Big 12. There's at least 2. There's obviously a third with Kansas State. The one that I thought was really interesting was the A10 with St. Bonaventure, that Mark Schmidt will not be coming back next year. And there's been some reported riff from the Olean Star, one of my favorite newspapers I've never read, stating that there was tension between Schmidt and Adrian Wojciechowski, Wojciechowski, which is surprising because Mark Schmidt did so well at St. Bonaventure.
He's done great, and I mean, I think you have a powerful voice like Woj at St. Bonaventure.
He's a former reporter. He's not a basketball guy.
I disagree with that. I mean, I think he's serving more as like a general manager for what they could be doing, and you don't know what's happened behind. I mean, maybe he's got a lot of stuff lined up, and Coach Schmidt didn't deliver on Wojciechowski's expectations, right? I mean,
so if you're the GM, does the GM report to the coach, or does the coach report to the GM?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends where you're at, right? I think it's gonna. I think there's gonna be a shift. I mean, Woj comes from like the NBA landscape where, I mean, the GM's managing a lot of pieces, including the coach, right? And I mean, I think he's a little bit more than a GM, being from there and like having a lot of, I mean, he probably knows every major booster just like Schmidt does, but I think, I mean, it's unfortunate that after just the first year of this relationship, it's falling apart because, we think very highly of Coach Schmidt and what he's done there. Only winning 4 games in conference doesn't help. This, I mean, he seemed really genuine at his interview, saying like, yeah, like I think it's time to pass the torch on to somebody else. He was like, I want to go spend time with my family. I want to travel, like with my kids, I want to hang out with my friends, drink some beers, stuff like that. So like you can kind of see it in his face too, that he's like, yeah, I mean, it's the expectations are different for a head coach right now than they were for
at every level. At every level. Yep. At every level. Yep. And that's why it's going to be interesting to see how many openings actually happen. I mean, the domino effect is going to start once you see, Arizona, like I mean, Georgia Tech. Does Georgia Tech get a successful associate head coach, or do they go get a successful mid-major coach? The same with Boston College. I mean, there's reports that Providence might open, and Arizona State and Syracuse. Do you get someone that was successful for a year at the mid-major level and take them? Do you get someone that's been successful as associate head coach that hasn't run the show yet themselves, but is involved in the show? I mean, there's a lot of variables, and it's obviously, it's you got to have NIL money to compete at the Power 4 level. I mean,
I told you have to. I told you this on the phone this morning, and it's like, I don't care what level you're at. It all comes down to resources.
Yep.
Right now, I mean, you could be the best coach in the world and compete, have a great team that listens to you, is diving for balls, great teammate on the court, off the court. You have to have resources.
Yep.
Like or you need to lower the expectation for that coach, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to is, we're in a era of college athletics, specifically football and basketball, as well as several other sports, but specifically football and basketball, where it's more important to get resources than it is players and coaches right now. Yep. That'll shift eventually. But coaches, they've got a peace of mind mentality about them where, the grass isn't always greener. And we've seen that, right? If you, it's not level playing field like it was 10 years ago, or if you were just a great
even 3 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you could go change a program that was in the basement of conference, unless you have those resources, because there is such a when I'm looking at, and I've got kind of a little map up of all these conferences and teams. It's like when you look at the top 3 or 4 programs in each conference and the bottom 3 or 4, the only thing I'm seeing is resource difference more than anything. Right, there are some great coaches that finished dead last in their conference this year.
Yeah. I mean, and it's, and it doesn't matter the more resources you have, doesn't mean it's going to win, guarantee a national championship or a conference, but it's going to put you at second or third base instead of still being at home plate with the pitcher not throwing a ball at you. I mean, it's you like that analogy, but it's going to be interesting. I'm really curious about some of these jobs like Georgia Tech. They have a rich basketball history, obviously not recently. Do you go, I mean, Damon Stoudemire, very good NBA player, did well out on the West Coast. Do you go for another mid-major? Do you hire someone like a Tom Crean? I'm not saying they would hire him or even interview him, but do you hire someone like that? Do you see Bruce Pearl getting back into coaching? Now that his alma mater, where he was a mascot at, Boston College,
You're going to throw that in there as much as you can.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a mascot. I mean, I'm sure you got some ladies.
You could start a rumor.
What's the rumor? I mean, it's been confirmed that he was a mascot at Boston College.
Yeah, you start a rumor that he's interested in the Boston College vacancy. To go back to now that he can level up and get out of that hot, sticky mascot uniform and be back on the sideline.
Maybe. Do you think he still owns it? You think he wears it once in a while? Like on a Thursday around 1 o'clock, puts a mascot on and goes, caw, caw, caw.
No.
It's all good. It's all good. But it's going to be interesting with it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll be up in Cleveland for the MAC tournament. We got asked to go to a couple of conference tournaments, but I need to save myself for the first and second rounds in Buffalo and in the Final Four. But Sammy, another great show. Check us out Thursday. We'll be with a coach that's gonna be dancing, yeah, dancing, yeah. And then next week we'll have we're gonna do it a little bit differently. We're gonna post the show Monday night. We're gonna do it. I haven't even talked to you about this, but we're gonna do a live show Monday night instead of Sunday. Yeah, you're whatever. I'll just do it myself like everything else. But no, we'll be back next week, or actually on Thursday on the Full Court Press, and we'll be back next week for a special NCAA tournament show on the College Basketball Weekly. Who we powered by? Full Court
Network. Read it at the hat. I like that hat too.
Thank you. Peace.